समय नदी की धार जिसमें सब बह जाया करते है समय नदी की धार जिसमें सब बह जाया करते हैं, है समय बड़ा तूफान प्रबल पर्वत भी झुक जाया करते हैं। अक्सर दुनिया के लोग समय में चक्कर खाया करते हैं, लेकिन कुछ ऐसे होते हैं जो इतिहास बनाया करते हैं, इतिहास बनाया करते हैं। I'm seeing the future of India. I'm seeing the youthful energy of India. I salute the rising power of women in India. And I can see over the next several years that Bargat that Mr. Mani talked about, India regaining the same Sone ki Chidiya, India regaining that Jagat Guru, India regaining that power in the world, which over the next several decades we are going to create. This is a historic year. Exactly 110 years back, Gandhi came back to India. In 1915, he traveled across the country. Gopal Krishna Gokhale was his mentor. He showed him the country. He showed him the soul of India. He made him aware of the political realities, social realities, economic realities of India. And then I'm sure I don't want to talk about everything, this whole Satyagraha movement, the non-cooperation movement that happened over the next couple of years. In 1922, the Chori Chora incidents happened, and that really shook him. And then he took a back seat. He got arrested. He was in Yeravda jail in Pune. Then the next 1 or 2 years, which was a year of deep reflection, a deep introspection, and moving from a political movement to a more social movement. If you read more about him, these years are actually less talked about, but they were very profound year for him and for this country. In 1924-25, he started thinking about, and he set up that All India Spinners Association, thought about the decentralized growth, about the sustainable growth, about social issues like untouchability, about rural development and all of those things. And over a period of time, it was not only about the political movement, but a lot more about the social movement. This was like progress over protest or preparation over protest. It was about going internally and thinking about larger issues from a longer term perspective, that it is not only the Purn Swaraj, but there is many more things that need to be done for the country. And we come here. He famously said, future depends on what we do today. Future depends on what we do today. And I'm very sure over the next several decades, when the history will be written, we'll say that this cohort of 525 people, along with, Maniji, kitne bataya aapne? 9,000 log, 8,000 something or 9, exactly 9,000 are creating history. We belong to a generation, I'm standing in front of people who are not witnessing history, but creating history. Aap itihas rach rahe hain, aap itihas rach rahe hain. And that's why I salute all of you. Avinash, Ashwin, Chinmay, everybody. I really admire your leadership. I really admire your passion. In Silicon Valley, they say, if you have enough engineering prowess, and you have studied in IIT and Ashwin has studied in IIT Kharagpur, if you put enough engineering prowess and you put enough capital, any problem can be solved. If you put enough engineering prowess and enough capital, any problem can be solved. I will flip that in India, and I would say that if you put enough passion with a deep sense of purpose, any problem can be solved. Any problem can be solved. And I'm standing in front of a cohort who's moved by a deep sense of purpose and has got unmatched passion. And I'm sure we will be solving problems at the population scale, In last 10 years, just look at 1 or 2 examples. In last 10 years, we moved from the most data poor society in the world to the most data rich society in the world. We created a digital infrastructure which is absolutely world class, which is absolutely cutting edge, which is absolutely the best in the world. And I think the AI revolution has just started. He talked about it, and I'm very sure that India will be the use capital. India will be the best adopter of AI. And the way we solved many problems over the next several years, many challenges will get solved by leveraging on the power of AI and of course using that passion and deep sense of purpose. One of our biggest problem historically has been, despite nationalization regulation of banks and many things, we couldn't create financial inclusion for a large part of the a large part of the people. And again, think about the deep sense of purpose and a passion. Prime Minister gave a call of Jan Dhan Yojana, and within few months, we created a world record by getting 1 billion people inducted into the mainstream financial system. And now we couldn't get the bank branch in every corner. Now we have bank branch in everybody's pocket, and billion people have got inducted into the mainstream financial system. I think over the next several years, we are going to have another revolution. Building on Jan Dhan Yojana is what I call Jannivesh. Jannivesh. A nation of savers becoming a nation of investors. A nation of savers becoming a nation of investors. आज़ादी का अमृत महोत्सव पर हमने एक मुहिम चालू करी, बढ़नी से आज़ादी, बढ़नी से आज़ादी. Indians have been the best savers for generation. Every woman in India, every lady in India would have few hundred rupees or tens of rupees in the kitchen jar to save for a rainy day. और जब बच्चा कभी आएगा, आज पैसे चाहिए या पिताजी को पैसे चाहिए, तो वो बढ़नी वहाँ पर पड़ी है. And we thought that if women are such great savers, how can we make them a great investor? How can they grow this money and over a period of time not only contribute to the growth of the country by funding entrepreneurs through the capital market, but on the other side create wealth for themselves and create financial independence, financial security for themselves and their generation. This is very important, as all of you over the next several years create outstanding businesses, outstanding industries, you get into outstanding professions. I'm 100% sure it is very important that all of us together take a vow, take a pledge that till the time each and every Indian household also get the financial independence, we won't leave any stone turned. And think about it, a $4 trillion economy, 20% household saving, this is like $800 billion. If we use capital market rightly, with again deep sense of purpose, if we ensure that this growth is inclusive and growth is equitable, we ourselves can fund the entire entrepreneurial energy of India. There is so much of entrepreneurial energy in India. When I travel across the country, particularly the small towns, and Maniji was telling me that large number of people are from tier 2, tier 3 town, what you call the middle diamond of India. By the way, how many from Rajasthan? There are a couple of them. Have you heard a place called Byawar? I'm from Byawar, born and brought up there, and Puri Aravali Express and everything, I have used that. And till the age of 25, I did not see like what an aeroplane looks like other than in magazine or a newspaper or in a book. I never traveled by that. The only cities I traveled outside Byawar was Delhi, Ahmedabad and Indore. Over the next several years, I have a strong view. We are creating an economic miracle which is unparalleled in human history. India is creating an economic miracle which is unparalleled in human history, because our journey from $3-4 trillion to $20 trillion, our journey from $2,500 per capita to $5, $10, $20, $30,000 per capita, our journey from 5th largest country to the 3rd, 2nd, 1st, our journey from 5th largest market to 4th, 3rd, 2nd, will be very different than any other country in the human history has gone through as a frontier economy to emerging to develop. And that difference is, before you clap, that difference is we will ensure that this growth is sustainable, this is equitable, this is democratic, and this is inclusive. This is what India will show to the world. Maniji was saying till 200 years back, we were the 20% of the world economy. We will be the 20% of world economy. But in this process, we won't destroy the planet. We won't take risk with the future of humanity, future generation. And that's why I'm very sure that what all of us are going to create together will be an absolute miracle for thousands of years going forward. We are the generation who believe in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. For generations, we are the ones who believe in Bahujan Hitai, Bahujan Sukhai. We are the ones 2,500 years back who said Parasparo Graho Jivanam. Every life is dependent on the other. We are the ones 2,500 years back we said that Pa Deepo Bhava, be the light unto yourself. And I salute all of you to be that light unto yourself. And the only request we have, all my colleagues over the next several days, and hopefully I will also have the opportunity to travel with you. When we travel this 8,000 kilometers, we ensure that we spread the message that financial independence is very critical. If we want Samriddha Bharat, if we want Shashakt Bharat, if we want a Swasth Bharat, and if we want really a prosperous country, it's very important that each and household participate in that growth story. If small savings, वो 100 रुपए की SIP, 500 रुपए की SIP आज 29,000 करोड़ रुपया हर महीने आता है. That 29,000 crore is almost $40 billion. I've been in the market for 30 years. Our market used to be dance to the tune of global liquidity, dance to the tune of global investors. Today, the domestic investors are really dictating where the market is likely to be. And I'm very sure with our efforts, and this is the reason we are with this Jagriti, because the Jagriti of financial independence, this Jagriti of wealth creation for every household, this Jagriti of equitable growth and inclusive growth is very, very important and will create a very different tomorrow. I'll just end with these few lines, and I'm sure that spirit is alive in each and every heart who's sitting here, who's doing this yatra. विचार लो कि मरते हो न मृत्यु से डरो कभी, मरो परंतु यो मरो की याद तो करे सभी. हुई नहीं ओसु मृत्यु तो व्रथा मरे व्रथा जिए, मरा नहीं वही जो जिया ना आपके लिए. है पशु प्रवृत्ति है, ये सिर्फ भारत की संस्कृति है, ये भारत की सभ्यता है. दिस इज द मदर ऑफ सिविलाइजेशन, दिस इज वेयर द सिविलाइजेशन टुक बर्थ. हुई नहीं ओसु मृत्यु तो व्रथा मरे व्रथा जिए, मरा नहीं वही जो जिया ना आपके लिए. है पशु प्रवृत्ति है कि आप ही चरे, मनुष्य है वही जो मनुष्य के लिए मरे. मनुष्य है वही जो मनुष्य के लिए मरे. आई एम श्योर देयर आर गोइंग टू बी लॉट ऑफ चैलेंजेस. अश्विन एंड देवर ऑल सेइंग कि बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स होएगी, पता भी नहीं है ट्रेन आई है कि नहीं आई है. आई एम श्योर ट्रेन आ गई है, लेकिन याद रखना, ये मत कहो प्रभु से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है. ये और स्प्रेड दिस मैसेज टू एवरी हाउस होल्ड इन इंडिया दैट they can create wealth for themselves as well as for the country together. ये मत कहो प्रभु से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी है, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा प्रभु बड़ा है. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.